Hello, guys, and welcome back to Discover with Pharrell. And this is Pharrell here. I just want to welcome you back to this amazing channel. And I just want to say thank you for the support. If you are watching us for the first time, this is Discover with Pharrell. And I just want to welcome you to this family where we discover ourselves and where we talk about just about everything, about our lives and how we can discover ourselves more. And so, if you are a subscriber, thank you so very much for being a subscriber. Thank you for the support. I appreciate so very much. If you've not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscription. And, we shall be here together and do great things. So today is a great day because I just want to have a small talk about my green card story, my journey from Kenya to the USA. I've never shared this story like on my channel, but today I just want to do that. And so it's been a great journey, and this is the month where everybody is applying for the green card lottery. And yeah, it's the best time to just come out here and give you like tips and my story. And when you go and make the application, just believe, just go. And I always say that it's luck. You just go apply, and if you get selected, well and good. If you don't get selected, you can just do it another time, this still next year. And so, congratulations to all those who have made a decision to just go and apply. Because in life, I say it's good to try things. If one thing is not working, why don't you just go ahead and try another thing? And so, get a better life, come over here. If you don't like it, just go back home. There's nobody who is preventing you, or you're not coming to jail. If you don't like the life here, just go back home. And so my story began. I used to be a KMTC student back in the days. That was I graduated in 2016, and before my graduation, I had gone to Sweden. So I had gotten a scholarship to represent my college in Sweden, and so we went there for a few months. And then when I came back in 2016, I was like, maybe let me just try this thing. I didn't even have an idea what I was doing because I remember very well I was in town. I didn't have any intentions of, going to apply for the green card. But, it was that period, October. I can't even remember exactly what day it was. But then I was just in town, just walking on the streets, and then I'm seeing all these banners on the streets like advertising green card. And then I saw one and I was like, okay, let me just go upstairs because the cyber cafe was somehow upstairs, I think along Moy Avenue, or I don't know. I don't really remember the street. But so I went to the cyber and I was like, man, hey, I want to apply for this green card. I was so green myself. I was so green. I didn't know how to play it, how to apply. I just went there, told them like I just want to apply. And so he told me like the guy at the cyber cafe told me like just wait. I'll be back with you and I'll help you apply. And so they asked me a few questions. He came back and he asked me if I had a photo because you needed a photo to apply. I told him I don't have nothing. And so they told me like just stand there. Again, it's a white background, and they took my passport photo, and they applied for me. It took like just a few minutes. They applied, just took like 5 minutes. They asked me some questions, and there we go. Then they printed out my confirmation number, and so I was like listening to their conversation, and I was hearing what they were saying. Like the guy who applied for me has had been working in that cyber for many years, applying for so many people, and he had actually won. He had actually won the thing. And so I was, wow, okay, so maybe I'll also win. And yeah, So I think I don't quite remember how much I paid for the application. Of course, the green card application is free. You can do it from the comfort of your home with your computer. If you have everything ready, you have the photos, you have everything, you can just do it there. And I had to pay for the cyber services, and that was it. And I was done. And so they gave me a confirmation number, and then I went home. Even before going home, like I realized that I used all my bus fare. I realized that I had used all my bus fare. So I was like, what did I do? I just applied for a thing. This thing we call like pressure, like you do something out of pressure. You do something because of the impulse, like what we say, like impulse buying, like you go somewhere, you see something, and then you just buy it, and you didn't have a plan to purchase that thing. And so I didn't have enough bus fare. I was like afraid. I'm like, how am I gonna get back home? I needed to take like two matatus to just get home from Nairobi to Kikuyu, and then from Kikuyu to Ikambura, my village. And then I was like, oh my God, yeah. So I started, talking to the conductor, to the bus conductor, explaining, yeah, everything is explained in this book. So if you've not gotten the book, please please make sure you get it. It's on Amazon. It's about my life and explaining, it's explaining my life and the struggles I went through and so many other things. And I know that it's gonna change your life when you read it. And so you can find it on Amazon, or you can find it on in Kenya, nuriakenya.com. I'll pin the two links down below, so that when you click them, you can order when in Kenya, or you can just pick it up along Moi Avenue, or they can deliver to you at a small fee. And so the whole of that story, the green card story, is written there. There's a chapter or some few pages that explains what I did. And so, to cut the long story short, my cousin just saved the day because I spotted her, and we were going the same direction. So she had to pay for my fare. And, I graduated, and next year in 2017, in May, I didn't even remember that we are supposed to check, if you won or not. And then when I was just in my hustle, I was my friend called me, and she was like, hey, have you checked the results yet? I'm like, no. I asked, have you checked yours? Yes. And I didn't win. So I was like, oh, you just go ahead and check for mine. And yeah, she checked, and she told me, man, we need to meet up. I'm like, what? I have good news. And then she was so excited for me, and I was like, what's going on? And now she told me I had won. And I was like, for a minute, I was like, there's a lot of scamming going on around. Maybe it's the wrong thing. But because I had sent her my confirmation number, she told me it's real, it's real, it's real. And she, we went, we met, and she was very happy for me, and I appreciate that. And I think, not I think, I know, if you're watching this, I'm coming for you. It's a must I buy you some coffee, okay? And so, and that was it. I was like, I had won. I had just, applied the first time, and had a lot of people saying they had tried to apply for like 10 times, 15 times, and here I was just once. That was crazy to process, and you know, but that was it. And then I was like, even if she told me, and then I checked, I printed the thing that says you've been randomly selected. And so that was the start of the process. That was the start of the process. And if you, let me just pause and say, if you are going to apply for the green card, just make sure you do the right thing. Make sure you have the right photos against the white background. Make sure that they are like 2 inches. The size of the photos is good. It's well edited. Have all the requirements. Every year, the DV lottery gives you the requirements. So just go and read the instructions. Take your time. I don't have to explain anything. I mean everything. Just take your time. The instructions are direct, forward and direct, and they will explain to you who is supposed to be on the green card. And of course, you can check my other videos. I've explained the process, how you're supposed to do it. And so have everything ready. Right now, they do not require a passport this year, so you don't have you don't need a passport number to apply. So why don't you just go and try it out? You know, if you're married, please make sure you include your wife and your children who are below 21 years. If you're single, just include yourself. So if you win and you want to include somebody else, that would be a problem. Okay. If I am single, if I applied as a single person, and then when I win, I just want to include somebody else so that we can come together, that will bring issues and it can lead to denial of the visa. So you can only include a person maybe you got married and you have legal documents to show that you guys got married. That's the only time that you can actually include somebody. Okay. Of course, you can include your kids who are below 21 years. You can include your wife or your husband. Okay. So the principal applicant is the person who applied and included other people. So you cannot include your mother. You cannot include your siblings. Okay. You can only include your husband or your kids who are 21 years and below. So just go ahead and do the application before the 8th of November. Okay. I think the 8th of November. You've been given a whole month. Okay. And so I think I didn't tell anybody about it. I was very quiet. I just needed this process to just take place because it took me 1.5 years before I got a visa. Okay, so it's a long process because I was given a case number. My case number was like 35,000. So a case number is the order in which you be called for the interview. And so if you have the higher the case number, the longer it takes for you to be given a chance to go and have an interview. And so because they were only giving 55,000 visas, that meant like if the visas got depleted before your case number is reached, that means you not go to the USA. Okay, so winning or being randomly selected doesn't mean you automatically go. So you have to be very patient. Don't start selling your things. Don't start telling a lot of people I'm going to America or I'm going somewhere, and then you don't get a visa. I think it's proper to just tell people when you get that visa. Okay. But of course, you can share with your immediate family, but it depends on, an individual. And so afterwards, so I waited. So the process happens like, you get to fill. So after you win, they invite you to fill your DS-260 form. That's where they collect all your information. And if there's anybody else you want to add, you can add them there. If you got married or if you got a child after you applied, maybe your wife was pregnant and you got a child, that's when now you include them. And so then you fill the DS-260 form, and then you set the form. And then, afterwards, they'll call you for the interviews. And before the interviews, they'll send you to the medicals. Okay. The medical, you have to do a medical examination. And then, of course, you have to say before you go to the interview, in our times, we had to go to Kenya National Examination Council, and you send your result slip from there, your high school result slip, so that they can authenticate it, or they can actually prove that you went to high school. And so that was it. Then I went for my medicals. I did my, all those things. I paid like $220 for that. And then afterwards, we received a letter for the interview, dates at the Kenyan embassy in Gigiri. And there, before you go for the interview or before you start your interview, you pay $330. Yeah, I paid the money. I was so nervous. And then, I went there, and the lady, the interview booth, hey, how are you? How are you doing? Yeah, where are you going? To the USA? Which states are you going to? And I told her, I'm going to Georgia. Who are you going to stay with? I told them my host and what do they do for a living. I told them they do this and this. And they asked me, what do you do for a living, or what have you studied in school? I told them what I did, and they were like, oh, wow, congratulations, your visa has been approved. And so you don't have to be nervous. You don't have to wear a suit or whatever. You don't have to impress anybody. You just have to be yourself. Just be calm. Go there and speak the truth. Whatever they ask you, just speak the truth. If you have somebody in America, just tell them, yes, I have a relative in America, even if you're not going to them. So sometimes people ask, do you have any relatives there? They say no. Then they are like, who is this? And they show you somebody, they show you your brother who lives there. And that can lead to, you being denied a visa. So honesty is a very good virtue. Just go there and be yourself. You don't need to be nervous about nothing. Nobody's going to kill you. Nobody's going to crucify you with a lot of questions. They are just asking you questions according to how you filled your DS-260. So so for me, because I applied as a single person, it was very easy, very straightforward. And they gave me, I think, a blue, was it a blue or a green paper? And that meant I was approved. And then they told me, or they gave me instructions on how to proceed, how I'll get my passport with the visa stamped. And I was given 6 months to travel to the United States. And so I had some time to just prepare myself, look for money for upkeep money, and look for my airfare, my ticket money and everything, and just get ready, And they told me how, when I get to the USA, how I'm supposed to go get my documents, my green card, and everything, And so that was a very, very smooth process. And so I just want to tell you guys, like, it's very easy. It is very easy. Just go ahead, believe in yourself, forget about it. It is not a do or die situation. You don't have to come to America to make it in life. You can make it wherever you are. But there's no problem in trying out these things. Like I said, don't listen to people telling you, oh, life is hard, life is difficult, we work so much here and everything. Everywhere life is difficult. Like, there's no place on this planet whereby you just sit down and money just flows like what you're seeing here on the screen, like manna falls from heaven. Money is just coming, and you're just relaxing there. You have to work hard, you have to work smart towards your life goals. And so I'll just tell you, just keep on trying those things that you want to try in your life. And that was my story. That was my first time applying and winning. And so try so many things. And I'm saying this, it's not about trying to come to America. Like, you've been wanting to just try so many other things out there. Just keep on trying. You never know when it will hit. Just keep on trying. I started writing this book, right? And so I want to keep writing. You never know which book or which print will have a bestseller cover there. And so I just want to be a better version of myself. That's what I want to be. And so, guys, congratulations to those who want to try the bigger things. And I can't just wait to meet you all. Let's continue to motivate each other. Let's continue to grow and be ourselves. And I hope my story inspires you. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. We'll be having so many lively videos and so many interviews of people who have made it in life and people who are still making it, right? Keep it here, Discover with Pharrell. This is your best channel here in Atlanta. And we'll be making it. We are going step by step until we meet you at the pinnacle. And so, guys, thank you so very much. I'll pin the link for my books where you can get them. So just go grab yourself a copy, support my work. I feel very appreciated if you do that. So until next time, Until the next video, I love you guys and have a lovely, lovely, lovely day out there. Thank you guys. Discover with Pharrell. Discover you.